Good evening, everyone. Yesterday we have completed Taylor, F.W. Taylor, the father of scientific management principle. So again, just a brief start. So we have three group of theorists: classical, human relation, behavioral. In classical theories, you have Taylor, father of scientific management principle. Fayol, classical theorist. Pock plus 14 principle. Gulick, another classical theorist. Postcor plus 10 principle. Fayol's 14 principle are known as universal principle. Gulick 10 principle are neutral principle. Urbich has given 8 principle. Max Weber, father of bureaucracy. Bureaucracy is the administrative system under legal national authority. MP Follett is ahead of her time. She is mother of modern management. She also belongs to the classical group. Her idea resemble with human relation and behavioral group. MP Follett, the most important statement of MP Follett is she reject delegation of authority. She said authority belongs to the job and stay with it. It cannot be delegated. And hence come the human relation approach. Elton Mayo, who give importance to human being in the organization. Mayo reject the classical approach, who is considered human being as machine. Mayo reject the classical approach, who is considered or who is focused only on the formal aspect of the organization. So Elton Mayo, socio-psychological aspect, informal aspect, consider human being, consider a worker as human being. And two famous experiment Elton Mayo's, one is in Philadelphia textile mill and second is Hawthorne experiment. Philadelphia textile mill and Hawthorne experiment. And the outcome of human relation approach is individual, participative management and informal communication. After that come the behavioral group of theorists who focus on human behavior. And hence come Chester Bernard, who is known regarded as the first behavioralist, who influenced other behavioral theorists like Argyris, Likert, McGregor, decision making theorist Simon, motivational theory Maslow and Hosberg. Okay, and the famous idea of Bernard is acceptance view of authority. Classical theories positional view of authority, MP Follett functional view of authority, Bernard acceptance view of authority, importance of communication in organization. Chris Argyris matrix organization. Likert system 1, system 2, system 3, system 4, linking pin model. McGregor theory X type of manager, theory Y type of manager. Scanlon plan. Maslow considered McGregor as his mentor. After that, Herbert Simon, the father of decision making approach, bounded rationality model of decision making. Simon criticized Taylor, rejecting his science of administration, criticized principle of Fayol, Orbich, termed them pompous slogan, prove her, fail when face reality. Simon, bounded rationality model of decision making. Maslow and Hosberg, motivational theorists, both influenced by Chester Bernard, who for the first time considered about multi-motivation. And Maslow Hosberg criticized the classical approach of mono-motivation or money motivation. Okay. So Maslow, need hierarchy, prepotency of need mix. Hosberg, two-factor theory, dual unipolar trait theory, job context factor, job content factor, hygiene factor, motivator. Maslow 5 need: physiological need, safety, security, social, esteem, self-actualization. 6 need is meta-motivational need. And The father of public administration is Mr. Woodrow Wilson. He is father of public administration. Namaskar. Wilson in 1887. Woodrow Wilson was a president of USA. He's a political science professor, and he has written a uh, essay in American Political Journal. That essay is the study of administration, and the importance of that essay made him the father. Some other important uh, uh, development by Woodrow Wilson is polity administration dichotomy. He was the first who want to separate administration from political science. Before Wilson, public administration was studied under political science. So before Wilson, this is pol science and this is public administration. But Wilson separated pol science to public administration. This is polity administration dichotomy. Wilson abolished the spoil system in administration and promote merit-based recruitment. And he was regarded as the first comparativist. He compared the administrative system of USA with that of Europe. And he said it is difficult to run a constitution rather frame one. And he said that we should borrow the art of sharpening the knife without any intention to kill anyone. And he want to bring good ideas from European administration, put that over slow fire of criticism, and let the volatile gas evaporate. So that is Woodrow Wilson, the father of public administration, President of United States. Okay. Woodrow Wilson, polity administration dichotomy. So this is brief. এটা ସବୁଦିନ ଗୋଟେ brief ଦେବି ତମକୁ. Every day I will give a brief of all theorists so that ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ହସବର୍ଗ ସାରିଥିବା 14-15 टाइम गोटे रिपीट ହେଇଯାଇଥିବ ତମର तो you automatically remember this कि टेलर ये ଥିଲେ फेयोल ये ଥିଲେ गलिक पोस्टकर प्लस 10 प्रिंसिपल और बिग 8 प्रिंसिपल मैक्स वेबर आइडिया ऑफ ब्यूरोक्रेसी three type of authority traditional charismatic legal rational the administrative system under legal rational authority is bureaucracy you people are going to or want to join bureaucracy which is a legal rational system promote legal rational authority MP Follett mother of modern management Hilton Mayo Philadelphia conference Hawthorne Philadelphia experiment Hawthorne experiment in Hawthorne great illumination relay team assembly bank wearing mass interview Bernard acceptance view of authority idea of communication idea of decision making idea of motivation role of executive zone of indifference zone of denial Likert linking pin McGregor theory x theory y এটা everyday we will ଥରେ ଗୋଟେ 5-10 ମିନିଟର ଗୋଟେ ବ୍ରିଫ ସବୁଦିନ ହବ after that we will start ଆଚ୍ଛା ତ Fayol Henry Fayol so this is Mr. Henry Fayol okay. So Henry Fayol same intro body criticism present relevance and in body POC plus 14 principle and if you remember in introduction class I have told you development of public administration growth and development of public administration first stage second stage is principal stage and in this principal stage Fayol Golick Orbic come the second stage of growth of public administration first dichotomy stage, second principal stage, third human relation stage, fourth behavioral stage, fifth quantitative stage, sixth policy approach, public policy. Six stages of growth of public administration by Nicholas Henry, Robert Golembowski. And Fayol come in the second stage of growth of public administration. And Fayol's 14 principle, Fayol said his 14 principle are universal principle. What is universal? Those principles can applied in both public and private sector in order to get success. Acha. So by now you know that Fayol is a theorist. If theorist come, introduction hobo, body रे POC ଆଉ 14 principle ରହିବ POC ମାନେ planning, organizing, controlling, commanding, coordinating. ତାପରେ criticism ରହିବ. So you know that Fayol was criticized by the human relation theorist Mayo, behavioral theorist Bernard, Argyris, Likert, McGregor, decision making theorist Simon, who termed this principle as proverb, pompous slogan. They fail when faced reality. The motivational theorists reject the money motivation or mono motivation of Fayol. And at the end, Fayol's idea, some idea of Fayol is still relevant. Like POC is still relevant. Planning, Niti Ayog, organizing, controlling, commanding, coordinating. So you can justify that POC and some principle of Fayol is still relevant and widely used across organization, whether it is public or private. And these 14 principles, these independently you can get question. Let's see Fayol ରୁ କ'ଣ question ଆସିଛି. ଦେଖ directly indirectly Fayol ରୁ जो question ଆସିଛି, I will show you. Indirectly this is one. Organization's distribution of authority and responsibility. Here you have to mention about Fayol. Effective communication. Here also Fayol will come. That Fayol also, why Fayol come? This POCCC, planning, organizing, controlling, commanding, coordinating. Without good communication, coordination not happen or cannot become successful. Spirit de crop, one of the principle of Fayol, that also not successful without proper communication. So communication play a very important role, whether it is classical organization, human relation or behavioral organization. ହେଲା ଦେଖ ତମକୁ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟ କହିବ ନାହିଁ ଆଜ୍ଞା ବାବୁ ତମେ Fayol ବାବଦରେ ଲେଖ ନା, gone are those days, ଭୁଲି ଯାଅ, those days are खत्म. ଏବେ ଗୋଟେ ଆଇडिଆ ଦବ, you have to link that a idea को theorist କହିଥିଲା, କାହିଁକି କହିଥିଲା. The game has changed. Unity of command, again Fayol ଆସିବ. ମାନେ କହୁଛି Fayol କୋଉଠି କୋଉଠି ରହିବ. Many people think that ଏ ବର୍ଷ ତ theorist ପଚାରି ନାହିଁ. Theorist ପଚାରିଛି ଆଉ ଏମିତି direct Weber Fayol ନା. ତ unity of command again Fayol ଆସିବ. Unity of command Taylor again ଆସିବ, because Taylor has reject unity of command and give functional foremanship. So here you need to write about Fayol and also Taylor. ତାପରେ it's a direct question. Knowledge of administration rather than technical knowledge, according to Fayol, is what is needed at a higher level of organization. Knowledge of administration, that means administrative knowledge and not technical knowledge. Manager, not engineer. Principles of management by Fayol, 14 principles of management by Fayol. Authority commensurate with responsibility, again Fayol. Delegation, again Fayol. अच्छा डेलीगेशन फेल रो ना मेंशन हबो we are no longer confronted with several administrative signs but with one which can be applied equally well to both public and private affairs again fail kahi ki fail kahitila administration is administration nothing public about it coordination fail kahi ki fail POC planning organizing controlling commanding coordinating so without fail habo nahi hela ଏବେ ଦେଖୁଛ କେତେଟା କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ରେ ଫେଲ୍ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟଲି or indirectly ପଚାରିଛି 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 ଲାଷ୍ଟ 9 10 ବର୍ଷରେ 9 ଥର ଫେଲ୍ ପଚାରିଛି ବଟ୍ ବହୁତ ପିଲା ଖାଲି ଭାଇ ଏଇଟା ହିଁ ଗୋଟେ ଫେଲ୍ ଏମିତି କଣ ଦେଖା ଯାଉଛି ଫେଲ୍ ଗୋଟେ ହିଁ ଥର ହିଁ ଆସିଛି 2019 ରେ ଗୋଟେ ହିଁ ଫେଲ୍ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ଆସିଛି ଆଉ ଆସି ନାହିଁ this is how OPSC has evolved and this is how you need to evolve देखो बहुत थोड़ा मु माने जो कहे ना तुमको एटा गोटे देखै दउची सैंपल तुमको जो कहे कि स्मार्ट नोट बनेबो दिस इज इतिकरी टेलर इंट्रो बॉडी कंक्लूजन टेलर डन जदि बुझीज तमे एतिकरे तमे टेलर आराम रे गोटे 250 वर्ड रो क्वेश्चन लिखि पारिबो इंट्रो टेलर फादर ऑफ साइंटिफिक मैनेजमेंट थ्योरी व्हाई find out laws of the organization the problem are like rule of thumb soft floor level soldering taylor's publication body principle of scientific management element of scientific management and technique of scientific management bas rule of thumb with science of work scientific selection scientific training cooperation mental revolution division of responsibility just point criticism contemporary approach तो तमरो ये जो नोट्स टा आउ केही आकु यूज करि परिबे नाही इट इज ओनली फॉर यू बिकॉज़ तुम जानि छ you know what is functional foremanship you know what is piece rate system of payment what is principle of exception बस 15टा पॉइंट जेमती मु काली कहिली 15 पॉइंट बॉडी हे गला सेमती टेलर रो ठीक अछि तो अगेन हम एते बडे पढिबा हम एते बडे कोऑर्डिनेशन पढिबा फॉर एग्जांपल देखो coordination is a principle here this is coordination so when we read coordination at that time again I will tell you how to write an answer of coordination with theorist टेलर कोन कहिछि कोऑर्डिनेशन बाबत रे फ्यूल कोन कहिछि गलिक कोन कहिछि उर्बिक कोन कहिछि एमपी फोलेट कोन मैक्स वेबर कोन एवरी theorist has given something on coordination so coordination is master principle of all administrative organization all theorists has given due importance to coordination and one administrative science which is applied equally to both public and private affairs तो एटू तुम जानि जिबा कथा कि one set of administrative science that can apply equally to both public and private affairs delegation discusses limitation देखिबा हमें delegation कोन अछि delegation repeated question delegation पुनी क्वेश्चन आसीबो यूनिट 6 रे delegation is a necessary evil authority commensurate with responsibility one of the principle of the classical theorist Fayol तापर it is a straight question principle of management by Henry Fayol unity of command make administration effective communication and again authority and responsibility ethi authority always comes with responsibility ताको टिके चेंज करिकि देछि organization distribution of authority and responsibility impact its efficiency and effectiveness देखो सबु क्वेश्चन जेतेडा क्वेश्चन देछि 17टा क्वेश्चन देछि एवरी क्वेश्चन को ना आमे पूरा बाय हार्ट जानिबा दरकार कि कौन डिमांड एंड 17 इंटू जहाँ भी क्वेश्चन अच्छी लास्ट 10 ईयर रे ओपीएससी रे जहाँ क्वेश्चन अच्छी वी शुड नो बाय हार्ट बिकॉज आकु ही टिके टिके ट्विस्ट एंड टर्न करके से क्वेश्चन पचारियो तो मोर सही प्रिंसिपल सिलेबस ऊपर तमर कमांड हैला लास्ट 10 ईयर क्वेश्चन ऊपर तमर कमांड हैला you can understand question you can frame answer of a question तमर प्रिपरेशन हे गला हैला okay so fear Fayol, as I say, intro, body, conclusion. We discuss in three parts. Intro, body, conclusion. In conclusion, we criticize Fayol. We don't criticize the classical and behavioral theories criticize and the contemporary approach or how Fayol's idea is still relevant. सबबेले जेतेबेले भी हेनरी फेयल तो माइंड को आसीबो पॉक प्लस 14 प्रिंसिपल अच्छा देखो मु सबबेले तुमको कहे कि शुणी शुणी मन रही जीवो शुणी शुणी मन रही जीवो एंड जो माने नुआ माने गोटे दीटा क्लास रे फील करथिबो किछि मन रही जीवो देखो प्रणति इज हियर इन क्लास से फर्स्ट क्लास रे नथिला ताको पचारो से शुणी शुणी परीक्षा देछि एंड स्कोर मोर देन 300 बाकी फोकस करके शुणी की माने शुणी की ही तमे मने रखी कि सी हैज appeared in the exam unfortunately cannot get a rank but more than 300 in poverty तो एटा संभव पॉसिबल जेहेतु फर्स्ट टाइम एग्जाम ही नहीं मु भी एप्रिहेंसिव थिली कोन मार्क देबे बट ऑप्शनल रे से माने 300 प्लस देबे ए वर्ष आर वर्ष 100 वर्ष देबे सो यू हैव ए स्कोप टू 300 प्लस देखो 300 प्लस क्रॉस करि जाओ मो 330 34 सेटा तो मु जीविनी बट यस वी कैन स्कोर 300 प्लस एटा गुडे एस्टैब्लिश हैला जेहेतु बहुत पिला किछि पिला जो माने सिलेक्ट हे नांती तांकर तो हाइलाइट हैला नहीं दबी गला ए एग्जाम टाइम इतिया कि जे सिलेक्ट होबो तार मार्क समस्त जानिबे एबे धर प्रणति सिलेक्ट हेतिले हाइलाइट हेतांदा अच्छा ये 310 मार्क आनी छी आ गुटे पिला 327 आनी छी स्टिल सिलेक्ट हे नै तो एमती बहुत पिला अछंती 300 प्लस आनी चंती बट अनफॉर्चूनेटली जीएस मार्क पई से माने सिलेक्ट हे पारी नाहंती बट गेटेबल स्कोर 300 so introduction so introduction रे वेरी सिंपल लाइन मु लिखे जोड़ा कि आराम रे बुझी जीवो Fayol belongs to classical group of theorists. Fayol is one of the important classical theorists. He was an engineer from France. And another thing, there was a reason I never use any PDF. एटा मु पीडीएफ भी देखै पारंती पीडीएफ रे अंडरलाइन करंती जोटा माने 90% लोक सेटा ही करंती गोटे हेनरी फेयल रो पीडीएफ आसीबो मु ता खाली अंडरलाइन कर देबी आ कहि कहि जिबी हां ए फेयल एटा कोले ना सिथिरे कोन होबो ना तमरो किछ सस्पेंस रहिबो कि नेक्स्ट कोन अछि तो पीडीएफ रो फर्स्ट लाइन रो तुम लास्ट लाइन जे देखि दबो हां एटा अछि एठी कोन रहिबो तमे नुआ स्टूडेंट हो कि सेकेंड माने जे रिवीजन करूछ केही भी एथिरे कोन हबो जेतेबेले मु इंट्रोडक्शन लिखुची व्हेन आई स्टार्ट फर्स्ट लाइन एमती प्रणति हैला कि आउ भी जो माने अछ ता माइंड रे गुटे आसी जिबा कथा कि अच्छा एटा ए लाइन टा लिखा हबो कि फ्यूल इज वन ऑफ द इंपोर्टेंट क्लासिकल थ्योरिस्ट ही वाज एन इंजीनियर फ्रॉम फ्रांस तो गुटे अनप्रेडिक्टेबिलिटी जो रहिबो इट विल हेल्प योर ब्रेनस्टॉर्म एंड यू विल राइट मु भी लिखुची तमे गुटे खाता थई तमे भी लिखुछ पीडीएफ रे कोन पीडीएफ मु देखै देली ताको पीडीएफ तुमको पठै देली तमे प्रिंट आउट बाहर कर देलो रखी देलो स्टैटिक टाइप हे गला गॉट इट तो इसी अनप्रेडिक्टेबिलिटी रहइबो एंड तुम माइंड रे भी गुटे ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग रहिबो कि नेक्स्ट लाइन कोन हबो नेक्स्ट लाइन कोन हबो एंड यू आर सपोज टू आंसर तमे इथिरे आंसर दबो कि अच्छा नेक्स्ट एटा हबो एटा हबो तो सेति में सब बोले रॉ ब्लैक बोर्ड एंड सेति में स्क्रीन टाको ब्लैक कर देछि कि तुमको गोटे फील हबो क्लास रो ब्लैक बोर्ड रे ऑफलाइन क्लास फीलिंग हबो ओके सो ऑनलाइन क्लास रे ऑफलाइन क्लास फीलिंग पाई आई नेवर यूज पीडीएफ खाली सिलेबस में यूज हुए एंड आई यूजुअली राइट इन द ब्लैक बोर्ड कि तुम भाबो कि नेक्स्ट लाइन कोन हे पारे नेक्स्ट लाइन कोन हे पारे so simple fuel belongs to classical group of theories he is one of the important classical theories he belongs to an era where other classical theories Gallic Orbic present Weber present किछि भी हे पारे but just you know one line Fayol belongs to the classical group of theorists he was an engineer from France he worked in both public and private organization he worked in both public and private organization so he has experience working in both public and private sector he got Nobel Prize in metallurgy he got Nobel Prize in metallurgy he was a functionalist in nature he was a functionalist in nature that means function of manager he focused on function of manager he was a functionalist in nature focus on function of manager Fayol belongs to second stage of development of public administration second stage of development of public administration which stage principal stage okay his publication every theorist has his publication general and industrial management earlier I have told you that Fayol's principle is known as universal principle that can be applied in both public and private sector. तो काहे की देखो this is the answer as Fayol work or as Fayol has experience working in both public and private organization, he said his principle can applicable in both public and private organization. So administration is administration, nothing public about it. Or this answer, we are no longer confronted with several administrative science, but one which can be applied equally well to both public and private affairs. Okay. Fayol's idea of administration was known as principle of administration, termed as universal principle of administration. Okay. So Fayol's idea of administration was known as principle of administration, termed as universal principle of administration. And again, clear universal means it can apply it in both public and private sector. So administration is administration, nothing public about it. Administration is administration, nothing public about it. Acha, another thing, Fayol खाली यूनिट 2 रे नुह, Fayol यूनिट 1 रे भी आसीबे. कोडी यूनिट 1 रे आसीबे? Public and private administration. हैला, जेतेबेले आमे public and private just गोटे कहि दोउची, public and private administration रे आमे similarity, difference and contemporary approach पढ़िबा. Similarity रे आमे पढ़िबा कि Fayol रो universal principle, Golick रो neutral principle. हैला. So एमती नुह कि देखो, there is a reason why I teach you unit 2, unit 4 before unit 1. There is a reason. कहीं कि यूनिट और यूनिट 4, यूनिट 2 और यूनिट 4 टा पुणी एठी इंटरप्रेट होजंदी. तो जेतेबेले पब्लिक एंड प्राइवेट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन हमें पढ़िबा सिमिलरिटी रे, व्हेन आई विल टेल यू अबाउट Fayol, Golick, Orbic, तमरा कंफ्यूजन होबो नाही. जेतेबेले डेवलपमेंट ऑफ पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन रे मु कहिबी डायकोटोमी स्टेज पर प्रिंसिपल स्टेज, ह्यूमन रिलेशन स्टेज, बिहेवियरल स्टेज, सेतेबेले तमरा कंफ्यूजन होबो नाही. जदि मु यूनिट 1 फर्स्ट रे पढ़ाई थांती तमे कहि माने गोटे कंफ्यूजन हे थांता, अरे ये प्रिंसिपल कोन, ये टेलर किए, गॉलिक किए. हैला, तो इवोल्यूशन हो कि पब्लिक, हां, स्कोप ऑफ पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, स्कोप ऑफ पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन रे आमे पुनी पढ़िबा गोटे इंस्ट्रूमेंटल एस्पेक्ट पढ़िबा. तो इंस्ट्रूमेंटल एस्पेक्ट मैक्स वेबर आगुरु तमे जानिछ, पोस्ट कर्व व्यू गॉलिक आगुरु तमे जानिछ. सो सो जो माने भी नुआ पिला बेसिक कांसेप्ट रो स्टार्ट होंती ना, बहुत टेंशन हुए तांगर, बहुत डिफिकल्ट, बहुत माने बुझी पारनते नै, फ्रस्ट्रेटेड, टेंशन कोन एटा, स्कोप कोन, सिग्निफिकेंस कोन, पब्लिक प्राइवेट, एंड इट इज द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट बेसिक कांसेप्ट, बहुत डिफिकल्ट, माने ताको आयत्त करिबाटा टिके डिफिकल्ट, बट गोटे प्रॉपर वे रे कले इजी हे जाय. तो यूनिट 2 और 4 जदि आगुरु माने यूनिट 1 रो आगुरु पढ़े तो यूनिट 1 इजी हे जिवो, एल्स यूनिट 1 डिफिकल्ट हे. ओके, तो Fayol पुणी आसीबो पब्लिक एंड प्राइवेट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन रे कि सिमिलरिटी बिटवीन पब्लिक एंड प्राइवेट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. सो एटा इंट्रो हे गला, तापरे बॉडी. body re Fayol give 6 aspects of organization. What are those 6 aspects? Technical, commercial, accounting, financial, security, administration. There are 6 aspects of every organization. Technical aspect, commercial aspect, commerce, buying and selling, accounting means maintaining the books, financial, financial money, income, expenditure, security and administration. Six aspect of organization. After that, Fayol said, if the technical ହେଲା କି commercial ହେଲା, accounting ହେଲା, financial ହେଲା, security ହେଲା, if individually or one to aspect fail, the organization face loss but survive. If 1 to 5 fail, organization face loss but survive. But if administration fail, whole organization fail. Clear? If technical, commercial, accounting, financial, security fail, organization face some loss but survive. But if administration fail, the whole organization fail. So Fayol said, administration most important aspect of organization. And he say administration is POC. That means planning, organizing, controlling, commanding, coordinating. This is POC. Hello, planning. Planning is very essential for any organization. Today also, NITI, State Planning Board, District Planning Committee, they also present. So organization make plan, annual plan, yearly plan, monthly plan. So plan is very important and it is futuristic. Organizing man material. Organizing man material. Controlling superior control subordinate. Commanding superior command subordinate. Coordinating between superior subordinate, between employee. This is POC. Clear? And coordination is very important. And IT facilitated coordination nowadays. IT facilitated coordination, Gati Shakti facilitated coordination. More coordination, less conflict. More coordination, more efficiency. So this is POC, and POC is relevant today also. Planning hela, coordination hela, interdepartmental coordination, intra-departmental coordination, or department with outside, coordination of department with private sector, market. Hela. After that, Fayol has given a concept, gang plank. What is gang plank? Facilitate quick communication. So gang plank is very important for communication. So communication रे gang plank भी हमें लिखिबा. What is gang plank? This is organization. These are employee. Suppose A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Suppose C need to communicate with F. C need to communicate with F. So what happens? C communicate with B, B to A to E, E to F. It take a lot of time and energy. But gangplank कौन कहुची? Level jumping. That means same level. Employee can communicate at the same level without going through the top. So C directly communicate with F. B directly communicate with C without going to the top. This is gangplank or level jumping. It save time, it save energy, it fasten the communication. Clear everyone? So level jumping fasten communication in organization. Clear? Gangplank भूलिबनी. The communication रे gangplank रहिबो. Communication रे Keith Davis रो grapevine भी रहिबो. Many things are there. एटा माने ही मार्क दबो. जिते theorist ना सते मार्क. Yes. After that, Fayol's universal principle of administration. 14 universal principle. Those 14 principle can apply in both public and private sector in order to get success. So what are those principles? Division of work, division of work, authority and responsibility. देखो, division of work. I will explain everything in detail. Authority and responsibility. Discipline. Unity of command. Unity of direction. Subordination of individual interest to general interest, subordination of individual interest to general interest, remuneration of personnel, centralization, scalar chain, order, equity in organization, stability of tenure or job security, initiative, esprit de crop. 14 principle, and these 14 are universal principle which can be applied in both public and private sector. So you can write one line explanation for all principle. After that, criticism of Fayol by human relation behavioral theorist, especially Simon criticized. Simon said these principles are pompous slogan, proverb, they contradict with each other. Esprit, esprit, esprit de crop. Okay, so Simon has criticized um, pompous slogan, proverb, they fail when face reality, they are contradictory to each other. Simon, prominent criticism is by Simon. आपरे मोटिवेशनल थ्योरीज कहि परिबा आमे मनी मोटिवेशन को फोकस करले माने फोकस ऑन मनी मोटिवेशन एल्स माने तमे खाली मेंशन करी कि साइमन रोटी के भलसे क्रिटिसिज्म लिखा हबो एंड कंटेम्पररी अप्रोच और प्रेजेंट रिलेवेंस यस तो एठी देखिले कोन तुमको लागुची रिलेवेंस फर्स्ट तुमको रिलेवेंट लागुतबा एटा रिलेवेंस लागुतबा पॉक पॉक इज स्टिल रिलेवेंट एटा माने this is होउचे तो POC is still relevant planning organizing controlling commanding coordinating POC relevant हे गला आउ कोन relevant gangplank this is also relevant facilitate communication तापरे आउ कोन relevant हे पारे division of work relevant authority responsibility sharing of authority responsibility is relevant discipline is very important in organization unity of direction also important salary remuneration it is important without salary no one work माने सब किछि नुह किछि रिलेवेंस हमें कहि परिबो जेमति डिवीजन ऑफ वर्क important authority and responsibility relevant discipline relevant unity of direction everyone should work to achieve the organization goal it is relevant and general interest is more important than individual interest salary is important proper order there should be organization should maintain a proper order equity it be important job security important yes the government job is high demand due to job security initiative that manager should promote worker should take initiative and esprit de crop. Esprit de crop means it is a mental state. Esprit de crop means proper understanding between employee and manager, less conflict. Yes, এগুলো তোমার answer. So as I told you, there is a pattern of writing introduction. Body you need to remember POC plus 14 principle. देखो 14 रु 14 टा भी जदि भूली जाउछ 10 टा भी लिखुछ इट इज वेल एंड गुड. तापर क्रिटिसिज्म जानि गलो केमति लिखा हुए. क्रिटिसिज्म रे साइमन को टिके हमें फोकस करिबा. साइमन हर्बर्ट साइमन एंड कंटेम्पोरेरी अप्रोच रे प्रेजेंट रिलेवेंस ए थ्योरिस्ट कि आज डेट रे भी some of theories. Another thing, Fayol focus on administrative training. Fayol administrative training को focus करथिले. एबे पळाओ कोठी कि ट्रेनिंग को पेपर 1 यूनिट 9 जेतेबेले हमें ट्रेनिंग आंसर लिखिबा सेतेबेले हमें काली कोन डिस्कशन करला. In training we write about Taylor scientific training. Today we add Fayol administrative training. এটা सब ना इंटरकनेक्टेड है कि अछि पूरा ऑप्शनल टा. এটা এটা নুহ कि থিওরিस्ट अलगा सेटा अलगा से यूनिट अलगा ना सबु इंटरकनेक्टेड है कि अछि. तो इंटरकनेक्टेड रो फायदा कोन तमे ट्रेनिंग तमे टेलर जानिलो साइंटिफिक ट्रेनिंग तमे फ्योल जानिलो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ट्रेनिंग तमे ए दीटा पॉइंट नै कि पके दबो कोठी वेयर ट्रेनिंग क्वेश्चन पेपर 1 यूनिट 8 पेपर 2 यूनिट 6 तो लाइफ तो इजी गला ना. तुमको ट्रेनिंग पाई बहुत नुआ जिंस पढ़िबा को नै. तुमको ट्रेनिंग रे किछि पढ़िबो किछि एठु कॉपी पेस्ट करिवो. तो एठी आउ कोन भलो होई गला इवैल्यूएटर को कोन लागिबा अरे पिला थ्योरिस्ट को इंटरप्रेट करिछि. पिला थ्योरिस्ट को खाली घोषी नै पिला थ्योरिस्ट को बुझिछि. रिक्रूटमेंट स्पॉइल सिस्टम ऑफ रिक्रूटमेंट विल्सन टाइम रे होतला. विल्सन ताको चेंज करी मेरिट बेस्ड रिक्रूटमेंट कला. टेलर कहला साइंटिफिक सिलेक्शन. तो विल्सन और टेलर को नेकी कोनी पके देलो तमे कोठी रिक्रूटमेंट. पेपर 2 रो रिक्रूटमेंट रे भी विल्सन और टेलर. पेपर 2 रो ट्रेनिंग रे टेलर और फेयल. तो पेपर 2 गुटे जे भी तमरो पेपर 2 कोन ना पिला माने पेपर 2 रे काहे कि मार्क आनंती नाही. पिला माने भाबंती कि पेपर 2 टा होची इंडियन पॉलिटी and that was the biggest mistake people commit. and बहुत टीचर भी मु सुनिची कहंती पॉवेट पेपर 2 पॉलिटी लक्ष्मीकांत पढि दियो हेइ जीवो. लक्ष्मीकांत पढिले कोन हबो खत्म. राहुल गांधी रे भाषा रे खत्म. लक्ष्मीकांत रे देइची प्रेसिडेंट की एठी फंक्शन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एंड पॉलिटी आर डिफरेंट थिंग. जेहेतु पॉलिटी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन डाइकोटोमी आमे पढुछु आ जदि तमे पॉवेट पेपर 2 को जदि लक्ष्मीकांत पॉलिटी भाबी दबो तो सरला कथा. बहुत पिला से मिस्टेक करंती आ तान मार्क आसेने. सेठी नीति आयोग सेठी स्टेट नीति आयोग रो चेयरमैन के नीति आयोग कोन करे. एठी नीति आयोग रो रिलेशन विथ सेंटर स्टेट. ओके तो अलगा अछि पॉवेट अलगा पॉलिटी अलगा मिक्स कले होबने. अच्छा पॉवेट पढिले ठीक अछि तमे पॉलिटी रो भलो आंसर लिखि परिबो. जीएस2 रो भलो आंसर लिखि परिबो. सरकारिया कमीशन हैला और फिस्कल फेडरलिज्म हैला डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ फेडरलिज्म बट पॉलिटी रो पॉवेट क्वेश्चन लिखि होबो ना. ठीक अछि. लेट एक्सप्लेन ऑल दिस 14 पॉइंट ऑफ Fayol. After that criticism of Fayol, after that present relevance of Fayol.